What's good, y'all? Welcome to the video, welcome to the channel, and all that other flying stuff. I hope you guys are doing amazing during these uncertain times. Well, I for sure am doing amazing, and it's about to be a blessing for the next 2 days, because you know what? It's my big birthday! There you go, finally turning 19. I feel old, honestly, even though I sound like I'm 60 right now, but I'm not, but I do feel old. Anywho's, anywho's, spam happy birthday down in the comment section down below, and if you're new here to the channel, make sure to subscribe, man, and turn notifications on, because I release videos like these all the time, but I don't tell you when, because you gotta stay tuned for that, Yep. Anywho, so today what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be watching this video. It's about the most protected presidents or leaders in the world, and I want to see what kind of people do we have on the list. One person I know for sure is going to be on that list, but I do want to, I'm not going to say it until we actually get into the video, okay? So without further ado, let's just jump straight into the video.
Do you copy? Hello everyone. As you probably know, the most protected people on the planet are the heads of state. They have the greatest responsibility of governing the country, so they need pretty good protection, like really good. So in today's video, we'll talk about the most protected leaders cars, and see what their security services are capable of. Let's get it on. Kim Jong Un.
There you go. That's what I was talking about.
During his visit to South Korea, the leader of North Korea, Kim Jong Un, was traveling in a procession of armored Mercedes. Behind his limousine, 12 bodyguards were running, protecting the car from the sides and behind.
First of all, number one, yes, this was the guy who I knew was going to be on the list, and yep, he is right here. Number two, why on earth does this guy, why is he that concerned about his security to the point where he's got literally how many guys? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Literally 12 guys running after his car like if he's the most protective leader in the world and the most effective leader in the world. Why are you that concerned about your safety? Let's keep going.
Looking a little strange, and
yeah,
funny,
very strange.
We won't deny it. In general, presidential cars are accompanied by a caravan of motorcyclists.
Exactly.
And more often than not, the car travels without an additional escort, because it's already pretty armoured. However, in Kim's case, everything's pretty different. The leader of North Korea is really concerned about his safety, and apparently prefers bodyguards on foot. After all, they're not distracted by riding the motorcycle, and focus all their attention on protecting the life and health of Kim, who prefers to be protected by as many people as possible. 15,000 personal bodyguards protect Kim. Of course, not all at the same time, but the numbers speak for themselves. Kim also has a personal guard, the so-called Protection Command, which includes 120,000 people. Not only do they protect the leader, but they also defend Pyongyang, forming a real army. But why does he need so much protection? The fact is that his father and grandfather suffered dozens of assassination attempts, so it's not surprising that Kim treats his security issues with great care. Recep Tayyip Erdogan. The president of Turkey is also an expert in personal security. His bodyguards are not only found in the great processions that travel the streets at an incredible speed, illuminating the road with flashing lights.
Man, that's a lot.
Among those responsible for the security of Recep Tayyip Erdogan are snipers, who watch over everything that happens from above, ready to open fire at any time if something dangerous threatens the president. By the way, do you think all heads of state use business-class armoured cars? No, Erdogan sometimes moves in a presidential bus, of course with a caravan and snipers on the roof. And who knows how they manage to not fall on turns? Well, the president and his wife, hiding behind thick armored glass, greet the citizens of Turkey. Perhaps this form of travel seems safer to them. Shinzo Abe. Japan's
Shinzo
youngest
Abe.
prime minister in history, Shinzo Abe, is in fact the country's head of state. Although this country is a constitutional monarchy, the old Emperor Akihito performs ceremonial functions only. If you compare his protection with the prime minister's protection, everything becomes crystal clear. Abe travels with a long procession of high-tech armored vehicles, accompanied by a personal guard, and if he has to long procession of...
Do y'all realize one thing? Literally, as far as I can see, all these people on the list, like, alright, so long story short, you know Toyota and Lexus are manufactured and made in Japan. And I mean, not manufactured, but like they're from Japan. Look at that. They literally got a Lexus as Shinzo Abe's main protectional armored vehicle. I'm kind of surprised Kim Jong Un uses a Mercedes. I kind of expected him to be using one of those Genesis, like the Genesis G90 I did like as my first, actually no, I think it was my second or third video, which you should go watch. Link in the description. So yeah, I was really expecting him to be using that, but I mean, okay, he's using a Mercedes. Let's keep going and see who comes up.
Of high-tech armored vehicles, accompanied by a personal guard. And if he has to pass through a busy road, security literally comes out of the windows to ask other cars to slow down and let the Prime Minister through. Yeah,
man,
no roads blocked.
They do that in Japan?
Remember the guards who ran after Kim Jong Un's car at the beginning of the video?
Yeah.
It seems that this strange tradition also exists in Japan, but in this case we kind of understand why. It'd be difficult for several motorcycles and the Prime Minister inside the car to ride along a narrow street. Queen Elizabeth II.
Oh, no,
Although the Queen of Great Britain, like the Emperor of Japan, is not the ruler of the country, large amounts of money are spent on her protection.
No, I don't believe that. Not in England.
It's no coincidence either. The assassination attempts on Elizabeth II occur with alarming frequency. For that reason, the Queen, like no other, needs reliable protection. Inside Buckingham Palace, the guards are responsible for this, serving day and night, and when Her Majesty travels outside her residence, she always has company, including her personal and police guard. And it's not for nothing. For example, in 2011, 2 British teenagers threw raw eggs at the Queen's Rolls-Royce. One of them hit the windshield, and the other on the car door. Fortunately, no one was injured, of course, and the royal peace violators were quickly arrested, but the attacks could be more serious,
this is
and
Germany.
the Queen
This
is
is not even
therefore always
the
accompanied
UK.
by bodyguards.
No.
Alpha Conde. Well, it's time to look at Africa and African politicians. For example, let's talk about Alpha Conde. Since 2010, he's been president of Guinea, and despite an assassination attempt in 2011, it appears that he's not hiding inside an armoured car. There he is, standing up and greeting his citizens, as if he weren't afraid. But the state's leader's sense of tranquility is spoiled by 10 motorcyclists at the beginning of the caravan, a group of bodyguards ready to jump out of their cars at any moment, and several military trucks.
Oh my
seriously,
God.
just look at how many there are.
Too much.
Donald Trump.
Oh, of course.
They say that even before he was elected president of the United States, when Donald Trump was a mere billionaire, he only hired former Secret Service agents and members of the Navy SEALs Special Forces for his personal protection. Not surprisingly, during the inauguration,
Hey Google, pause. I'm sorry, my Google Home is just having some technical difficulties. I'm sorry about that.
Presidential caravan was accompanied by an impressive number of agents.
Oh yeah. Secret Service, they are serious about his safety. Look at that, the beast. The first one, the second one, the third one's right there in the back. Oh God. Way too many agents.
According to CNN, before taking office, the security of Trump and his family cost New York City authorities more than $1 million a day. That number, of course, has not decreased. And with
Hold up. $1 million a day for New York City's police department and all authorities to protect him? That is too much, my guy. Whoa.
Money, you can afford to travel in caravans of any length and hire any number of Secret Service agents. Look
Oh
at
yeah,
them.
that's true.
These guys obviously know what they're doing. By the way, in addition to protection, high-level US politicians receive an alias from the Secret Service. Thus, Donald Trump is known as the Magnate, and his wife Melania is the Muse, apparently for secrecy. Vladimir Putin. The security of the President of the Russian Federation is the responsibility of the Federal Protective Service, a powerful and secret intelligence service in modern Russia. The official data on the number of agents is completely classified. According to some reports, which unfortunately can't be confirmed, about 50,000 officers are now engaged in the protection of the President and other major tasks. These people not only accompany Putin throughout his travels, but also ensure that the streets along which the President will move are as safe as possible. Despite the long list of responsibilities and duties, the main task of the Federal Protective Service is to protect the so-called number one officer. To date, the agents have managed to prevent several assassination attempts of the head of state, but details of these operations are not yet available to the public. Xi Jinping.
Oh, I guess you gotta watch another ad.
All the latest tech and safety you deserve. The dependability you expect. And a stunning look you want to be
You guys know what I'm thinking?
It's better when everything you need
expect a video on that pretty soon.
Is in one amazing ride. The 2020 Hyundai Elantra.
Alright, let's get back. Who were we on? Vladimir Putin.
The security of China's top leaders, including President Xi Jinping, is the responsibility of the Central Security Bureau of the Communist Party of China. The total number of employees and soldiers exceeds 8,000, divided into 7 functional groups, each of which performs different tasks. To become a security agent, you need to pass a very strict selection process. The main criteria are political security, physical training, educational level, and strict discipline. But even despite the impressive army of trained bodyguards, there are rumors that Xi Jinping is constantly increasing the demands on his guards. Personal security offers must have more than 6 years of political and professional training in a special detachment of bodyguards, as well as being able to safely handle at least 8 types of firearms, and in particular be able to easily fire at the enemy simultaneously with both hands. Each guard always carries 3 different guns, 2 knives, and 1 packet of smoke powder, all for the safety of the Secretary General. No wonder they look so tough when they accompany the leader's car. By the way, did you notice the half-open doors on the other cars? It seems that the other agents are hidden inside, ready at any time to react to the danger, as the number of Xi Jinping's personal security agents, according to some data, is at
too many and way too extra.
Alassane Ouattara. Since 2011, the presidential seat of the Republic of Côte d'Ivoire has been held by Alassane Ouattara, a prominent Ivorian politician. But we, of course, will not discuss his state decisions, so let's take a look at Alassane's security agents.
You also got the military protecting him too.
Like any head of country, the president of the Ivory Coast is escorted by police on motorcycles, and the car moves in a procession. But above all, we like the agents who travel on the steps. They seem to be responsible for the safety of the president, as he cheerfully greets the crowd from the car hatch. The Pope.
Oh.
Although the Pope is a spiritual guide, he's also the head of the Vatican. And the Vatican, in turn, is considered an independent state. And surely you've heard of his protection. The Swiss Guards are too memorable to forget. However, they are not members of any theatre group, but true soldiers who serve to guarantee the security of the Pope's sacred person and his residence. They are trained, armed, and know exactly what they must do to preserve the peace of the head of the Catholic Church. The guards have to deal not only with curious tourists. Remember, for example, the attack against John Paul II in 1981? Today, Pope Francis is the pontiff, and is open to the people much more than his predecessors. However, this does not mean that you don't need protection against various unpleasant surprises. During his visits to different countries, the bodyguards follow the Pope in the Pope-mobile, following him, ensuring the safety of the pontiff, and helping him to contact the flock.
Was
Do you
that
want the Pope to bless your son? Well, most likely you'll need to pass him through a smiling guard.
Oh, you could actually do that. It's interesting.
However, Francis is full of surprises, and at any time can decide to approach people by himself. Imagine how stressful it can be for the security service. Psst, dude, are you looking for new technologies and great gadgets? Are your thoughts focused on the future? Do you love huge vehicles and can't imagine your life without robots around you? Then visit TechZone and you'll find all this and more. The link is in the description.
Oh, okay. Well, at this point, I did not know. I learned a few new things. Number one, I did not know that about $1 million a day is spent on our current president's security detail per day when he's in New York City. That's shocking. Number two, I did not know that the Pope specifically had a crazy security detail protecting him at all times. I did not know all that. And the Queen, the fact that apparently she's protected like that, like all that huge security detail you saw in the video regarding Queen Elizabeth, I do not believe that, because number one, those cop cars and everything, they were not from the UK. They were clearly German. You could see that. Number two, it's not like that in the UK. They don't have huge security details protecting them like that. They only have like a small one because the UK is not that dangerous compared to other countries in the world. But that's what I had to say about that, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, guys. This was a little short, hopefully, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And be sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed it, and join the channel by clicking subscribe and turning notifications on. I will talk to all of y'all in the next video. Stay positive, and I'll see you then.